Hi, family. Quick little breeze through what I worked on today. Have a very short time that I'm able to record. We had gotten together in our chat room, and one of the references was to Isaiah 55 about come ye to the waters that hath no money, come ye buy, eat, yea, come buy wine, milk without money and without price. Well, we get referred to verse 10 in my study today, just below that. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the whole earth, and make it bring forth bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So, a little bit odd there. If you're going to sow, then you need seed. You need to know the word. And you're going to get fed if you eat it. You've got to chew on the word. You have to turn the olive into oil. What that I had worked on today, I'm not going to be able to go over a whole lot of it, but there were some significant words. And since you have a significant part in history, in his prophecy, in tomorrow, you will be able to accomplish more if you have his word. Make it a permanent part of your day and let it adjust what you do, which is part of this. Get your concordance so you can ask it questions back. So we're going to go into the Song of Moses, which is really something you're going to look at if you like the 7 letters, because the 7 letters are all about overcoming the challenges and how to grow and go through crossovers. That's our name. So the Song of Moses is after they went through their overcoming. So it's really good to know what you'll find the longer you study, the more you get referred back into there, those deeper studies, the things people are really interested in that really almost should wait until you get pretty good and familiar with the word to get into the giants and the kind of enemy thing. But I want to start where verse 2. It's Deuteronomy 32. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. So you get a sort of hint at the latter rain. And I was saying today how it is that when you begin to find the opposition in all things, what this is going to let us know is that the more time that you put the word in your life, that you're able to see the end from the beginning. And now, you know what's so great about that? We got company. What's so great about that is if you know what the end's going to be, you really don't waste your time making so many mistakes. And I always like to remind people the time to change is right in the middle of it going on. Okay, the significant words I wanted to go through, we're in chapter 14. So I won't go ahead of it because I don't have the time, but that he provided these things to them in their land. So verse 14, butter of kine and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs and rams, with the fat of kidneys of wheat, and thou didst drink pure blood from the grapes. Yeah, and I like that. One thing we didn't cover in the wings, just previous on in chapter 11 of the eagle, that not only that great, wonderful defense over you, but that he bears you up on his wings. If a baby eagle's going to fly, the nudge to keep it in the air, how they're such soaring birds. So, let's see, there was more to, they found the one on rocks. wanted to add to it. He stuck honey. Oh, here it is in 13. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the field. He made him to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock. So wanted to go over the suck honey out of the rock, and that's what what I was just mentioning. That is that your faith, nursing yourself on that faith, that honey, that rock being your faith, and you turn more into a rock and more immovable, and the honey is what happens in prophecy when you begin to see more and more and start becoming a watchtower. And so you suck honey from the rock. You're nursing yourself into being understanding prophecy and understanding more and more control. The oil out of the flinty rock. Well, God's enemies were fire worshipers, and if you try to do everything, if works are the law and something's against the law, you kill it, and that's a bit too much fire. So the oil is by, you start thinking about it, chewing the olive, and you contemplate these things, and you realize, that a little bit of salt is enough. You don't have to salt your food so much you can't eat it. So that you turn it into oil and use it as a light, rather than to spark a fire to everything. You don't want to set the forest on fire. So there's your significance in that. And the butter of kine. I like that one because you've got the nursing and the beast working. But again, the contemplation, your study, but here's your application. You have got to apply his teachings and make those changes in your life. And, I find if you can do it 3 times, 3 days in a day, and even good habits, in a month's time, you'll be used to making your bed every day and feel wrong if you don't, if you decide to make that a good habit. So I really like that. So you have to put it to work. That knowledge is all right, but you're not going to get any understanding until that you're able to apply them and see the difference. Then that's the light shining. The light comes on. So butter of kine, milk of sheep, and that's that you're familiar enough with the word that if you're in a group of people, that everybody can benefit from it. That it isn't just your own memorization impressing anybody, but that it can uplift the whole group. Anything that's good and true enough, the truth in it then, and without any selfishness in it, his will gets done, and the whole flock hesitates less and less, and gets more about going in a straight line and progressive. So then, with the fat of lambs and going in a straight line and getting good things done, guess what? You prosper. So you have the prosperity of the group. The fat that would have been there is his, and that's why he claimed it in the sacrifice, for it to be burned. But then you can put something good to work. It's a maturity that happens that the entire group is going to benefit from. So then rams of the breed of Bashan, and of course those are giants, and you don't have to kill everything to win a war. That you can be so stable and so irrefutable in the glory and the presence and the goodness that doing the right thing brings, so that you can be so sure too. You don't get down. If you're staying in His Word and it's a part of your life and you live your life by it, then it's hard to knock you down. And when they come calling, it's pretty easy to remember that He said pick up the rocks and throw them at it. It's a giant. No, we're going to be the giant. So that's a good one too.